When you think of Thai Airways, would you also think of the famous fast food chain McDonald's? I certainly didn't. Until recently. Let me explain. Hello and welcome to Oslo Airport, or near the airport, because I'm here at this Park-in Airport Hotel about 4 kilometers outside. But we are close to the airport, not only because of the airport hotel, we also can see that because of this. That's a pretty cool looking F5, isn't it? But there's one more aircraft I want to show you before I have to go to the airport for today's flight. Check out this one. I think that's a Starfighter, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like this here is an Air Force museum right next to my park-in hotel. Maybe we can see something through the window. But now let's go back to the hotel to take the ridiculously expensive shuttle bus to the airport. Welcome to Oslo's Gardermoen Airport, and I head straight to the check-in desk. Thai Airways doesn't call their business class, they call it Royal Silk, and the Royal Silk check-in counter luckily wasn't busy at all. Through security and immigration, and I'm on my way to the OSL lounge, Thai Airways contract lounge here in Oslo. Luckily the lounge isn't too busy yet, and I had time to relax a bit. So hello from the OSL lounge. Check-in and security was a breeze, so I was from arriving at the airport to the lounge within around 10 minutes. The lounge became quite full, so I decided to head to the departure gate already, which was at the very end of the Terminal F. I'm hoping to get a good view of the aircraft as we are going to fly aboard a beautiful Airbus A350-900 today. Well, the view wasn't as good as I expected, but here you get to see at least 2/3 of this 7-year-old aircraft for today's 11.5-hour long journey to Bangkok. It's boarding time and I'm excited to fly Thai Airways again. It obviously isn't my first time flying Thai Airways, so I have a feeling about what to expect. I even have a video about one of my previous Thai Airways flight. If you want to check it out later, I place a link in the upper right corner. I was greeted very friendly with a smile, and I got a first view of this 1-to-1 configured and already quite busy Royal Silk class cabin. The window seats alternate between seats closer to the aisle and closer to the window. While the ones closer to the aisle may feel more spacious, the window-sided seats seem to offer more privacy. 19A is my seat today, a window-side version, and it is the last row of the business class cabin. The middle seats also alternate between aisle and cozy couple. The overhead bins in the last row were quite cluttered with cabin amenities such as blankets and pillows, but eventually I found a spot for my bag. I was very quickly greeted with a refreshing hand towel and a welcome drink. Surely my kind of welcome before a long flight across 2 continents. Welcome on board Thai Airways on this beautiful Airbus A350-900 from Oslo to Bangkok. Oh, I almost forgot. Cheers to a pleasant flight and to my great viewers and subscribers. There was a lot of stuff on the seat, so let's have a look at it. So I got this Amenity kit. Some slippers, the headphones by AKG. Then there was also this pillow on my seat with the Thai Airways branding. Also this blanket, seems quite thick. And this here looks like a seat topper, so I'll find out on this flight if that's going to be as comfortable as it promises to be. So let's see what else we have around my seat here. So we have an IFE screen, about a hand size. We will look into the menu a bit later. And this is the footrest, which right now is a temporary storage for me, but so I'm gonna rest my feet there. Then here we have a table, so I can open here and then fold down and then swiggle around in front of me, I guess. Down here I can see a little library with the safety card and an air sickness bag. Then to my right, this is a pretty convenient top to put things, camera for example, later in the flight. And here we have all the seat controls and light control it seems. And a bit down I can see just the IFE control, which probably I can release here and then use it as a handheld. And a bit further down, this looks like another storage space, a reading light, and the Inflight magazine and the menu. We will look at the menu in a moment. And here we have the backrest. It seems it's a 3-point safety belt, so I have to take it over the shoulder and latch it in down there. The headrest itself can be moved up and down to adjust to my body length. And here I see a little coat hook. And I also just noticed there's a USB port or 2 of them. And from my seat I have a view of the engines.
Please store all your belongings in the outward teams or doors. Will be closed. Please follow the safety instruction given.
Here they are again, the flying babies, or cherub to be precise, which I found noteworthy the last time I was seeing this safety video. We are being pushed back and my journey to Bangkok has officially begun. I'm so excited to be back in Bangkok soon. I believe I unconsciously connect flying Thai Airways with the feeling and excitement of visiting Bangkok again. So maybe that's why I keep on booking Thai Airways. And look what we have here, a tail camera, how nice. Here we have the Thai Airways Airbus A350-900 safety card. Overhead I find 2 reading lights, but no air fans unfortunately. Enough of sea tour for the moment as we are about to depart Norway. By the way, consider subscribing to my channel, that would help it grow. Also if you could click on the thumbs up button. Thank you so much. Wow, that was a pretty impressive sound coming from the 2 Rolls-Royce Trent engines. Since we are up in the air now, I can get rid of my shoes, which I can shovel down here. So I have unpacked the slippers, let's see if they fit my size 13 or European 47 feet. Not quite, but it will do it. What I noticed is that they run quite a lot of commercials since I bought the aircraft. We have reached cruising altitude, so I'm gonna get a bit more comfortable. Our current ground speed is quite impressive, I would say. The table can be utilized like this. I like this table because it can be turned away, allowing me to leave the seat even during mealtime. Here we have the Royal Silk, which is the name of the Thai Airways Business Class, a drinks menu, and this is the dining menu for this flight. Besides the appetizer, I had a choice of the mains, And the choice was the chicken, there's the grilled beef or the salmon. I went for the beef today, so that's gonna be my lunch for today. And there's a lot more, even an all-day dining, so anytime I can get something from this offering. And breakfast I also already chose. About 2 hours before arrival in Bangkok, I should get these baked eggs with spinach and mushrooms. And if you're interested in the drinks menu, they offer this champagne here, a Low Perrier. Here's a choice of white wine and red wine. Feel free to pause if you want to have a closer look at it. They have signature drinks, a tea and a lemonade, and some cocktails, spirits, tea, even hot chocolate. It looks like they also have a special cocktail. Maybe I will try it, I will see, I don't know yet. If I do, of course I will show it to you. And while the table is down already, how about I show you the Amenity kit that I got. It's Jim Thompson branded. And inside we have this hand cream, a pair of socks. That's probably lip balm, yes. And toothpaste, an eye mask. Quite nice, huh? It's quite colorful. A shoe horn, I think it's called in English. Earplugs. Information about the Jim Thompson brand. Toothbrush. And that's it. Overall, I would say it's not a very fancy Amenity kit, but also not super stingy as with many other Amenity kits I have received on some different airlines. This one is surely worth taking home. I'm not sure if this is the appetizer already or just a greeting from the kitchen, but it looks very nice and inviting, so I'm looking forward to try also this champagne here. One more time, cheers to a good flight. So far, the first hour is a very pleasant flight, and we are now about to leave the Scandinavian part of Europe. So I see we have just left the Swedish southern coast, and we are now heading towards Poland, I think. We will see. And yes, before some of my haters complain, I did talk to the cabin crew about me filming, and they are absolutely fine with it. I can see the cabin, or at least the seat, does show some signs of usage like this, or there are some scrubs. It definitely could use some pampering in the near future, I would say. But now it's definitely time to try the amuse-bouche before the actual entree is being served. So what I had before was indeed an amuse-bouche, and now here we have the starter of today's lunch. So let me read, that's the creamy cut rillettes, pickled cucumbers and apples with grainy mustard vinaigrette and Danish rye bread chips. It wasn't my all-time favorite appetizer, but still quite an interesting combination. And the next serving is around the corner. And here we have my beef with the gnocchi and grilled vegetables. So maybe let's have a look how the beef looks from the inside. I would say it's rather well done, but at the end the taste matters. For my taste, slightly overcooked, but totally fine. I see we are approaching Krakow, one of my favorite cities in Europe. I hope we're gonna see it from the outside. And yes, here it is. So I decided to skip the cheese course, but I want to go for the salted caramel chocolate cake with vanilla cream. Sounds promising. The dessert was not quite as expected, yet enjoyable, which concludes an overall pretty nice late lunch, or early dinner, not sure. But there is always space for a green tea, which, when offered to me, I couldn't decline. Most window blinds are now being closed, and I am not entirely sure why, because we have a daytime flight and I quite enjoy watching outside, especially with so little clouds. So I ordered the signature cocktail and I'm very curious how it's gonna taste. While we wait for it, maybe I'll let you know how I stay connected when I'm traveling so much. And I'm using Airalo. They are not sponsoring me, I'm just telling you about it because I'm very happy about this provider. It's an eSIM provider and it's fairly easy to install, which is very good for me because I am not very tech savvy, not at all, I would say. If you use this code here, then you get $3 US dollars, I think, off in case you decide to use Airalo as well. And like I said, they're not sponsoring me. I'm just very happy with it. They're very easy to install. I find it good value for money. And of course, when you use my code, I also get $3, which is a win-win, I would say. And you are supporting me on my travels at the same time. So if you decide to do so, thank you very much. As you maybe can see, we are doing a little bit of a curve before we actually head east. And the reason is this here is Ukraine with Lviv, for example. And so we flew Poland, Slovakia, Hungary. Now we are entering Romania. All this because we have to avoid the Ukrainian airspace here. Eventually I decided to try the Thai Airways signature cocktail called Rose of the Royal Voyage in celebration of the relaunch of the Bangkok to Brussels route. The cocktail is a craft of champagne, rose syrup and lime. It's a little bit bitter for my taste, but quite a pleasant aftertaste especially. It's time to have a look at the in-flight entertainment that Thai Airways offers. So this is the movie section. So we have movies, TV, music, movies, new releases all time, Thai Movies World, Cinema, Kids and Family. Let's have a look at the new releases. So maybe just pause if you want to see a bit more clearly. Okay, I think that was one round. Then let's go back a bit further. Have a look at TV. So we have Max comedy, drama, kids, documentary. Oh, there's more. Sports, lifestyle. Okay, there are quite many TV shows. Definitely something for everyone, I would say. Let's have a look at the music section. All-time hits, pop, rock, jazz. I wonder if they have EDM. That's my kind of music. Maybe it's among world music. I will check it out later. So then we have the information. And I mean, you have already seen the flight path. I can't go there. I can select different options, how I want or what I want to see. Let's go back, and then we have the camera, which I find pretty cool. Here we go, that's us flying over Romania. But let's go back again. Then flight connections, that's a bit too early for that. Then what else? Kids stuff. Movies, TV, music, games. I might go back to that one, okay. It's unavailable. Oh no, okay, well then let's go back. And we have the onboard services. SkyChat. Oh, there is Wi-Fi, so I will check it out. Okay, not too helpful. Then SkyChat. Is that in seat-to-seat application? Accept. It's not working, okay. In-seat power, hopefully that is working. Yeah, I mean, we saw some outlets before, and I think there are some more. We'll check it out. Then let's go back. Window of Thailand. So I guess that's some destination information around Thailand, speciality Thai food, yay. And festivals. I just missed that water splashing festival, what's the name again? That is held in Bangkok at least, or all over Thailand. So I'm like 1 week too late for that. Anyway, that's it regarding the in-flight entertainment. Overall, I would say not too bad. Let me know what you think. So, and this here is the power socket I found right next to my seat, right underneath the headphone socket. But any IFE is only half as good without sound. So let's check out the headphones. Noise cancelling does its work, and the headphones are comfortable to wear. By the way, there's actually no need to lean forward and touch the screen, as you can use this handheld instead. time to relax now a bit, and maybe it's a good time to sleep a bit soon-ish, as we are approaching the sunset and I need to try to adjust to the upcoming time zone. Before I forget, I believe there should be in-flight Wi-Fi. While I could connect to the Wi-Fi, there seems to be no internet connection, and there was also no prompt to log in or buy a data package. So I'm not entirely sure if there was a workaround to get online, but honestly I couldn't care less at the moment. So what I'm gonna do now is try to have a bit of sleep. We have around 8 hours or so to go, and I will ask the cabin crew if they can prepare the bed for me. Let's do a quick visit to the Thai Airways Business Class lavatory, as it seems some of you guys are interested in such insights. At first glance, it doesn't look in particular fancy, more like a standard lavatory as you would expect with any airline or cabin class. I think up here I found the more fancy corner. I think there was supposed to be even more, but it has gone missing. Here's a massive baby changing table and some drawers which I didn't manage to open. Probably they are not meant to be opened by passengers. In the galley next to the lavatories, the crew prepared a little snacking buffet for the always hungry passenger like me. While I was away from my seat, it was converted to a lie-flat bed by the cabin crew, with the topper attached and the pillow and blanket ready. Almost ready, I still have to unwrap the blanket. So it looks like we have entered the airspace of Azerbaijan. I'm trying to sleep now a bit, or at least have a nap. Maybe I will just watch something else. Anyway, we will see where we are when I get up again. In terms of space, I just fit in. I'm 1.93 m or 6'4", and I think the length of the bed is maybe just shy of 2 meters. It's just fine, and I'm happy about that. And the foot space is also not too bad. I mean, of course, it could be a bit wider, but it's okay. I have had much worse. So for now, I would say good night and see you in the morning. Good morning from near Kolkata. I mean from the Kolkata airspace. So it looks like I slept a bit longer than I felt I slept. Not because the bed was uncomfortable, but it took quite a while until I could fall asleep. And I think we were around Uzbekistan or so the last time I checked. And now I woke up almost in Bangladesh. So I still slept maybe 2-3 hours. It's not too much. I actually now woke up because of the clattering sounds in the galley right behind me. I guess that's the downside of sitting in the very last row of this business class, right next to the galley. Anyway, we have about 2 hours to go and breakfast is being prepared, so it was time to get up. Anyway, I would like to mention that the topper does make a big difference in terms of comfort. It makes the seat so much softer to lay on. I enjoyed that. I like when airlines have mood lighting installed on the aircraft. I believe it helps a tiny little bit to reset the internal clock, like now as we are soon preparing for our early morning arrival into Bangkok. But before we do that, we will be served a breakfast, which is announced by another wet hand towel. I surely need a coffee now. I'm always impressed by lightning seen from so high up in the air. From my perspective, it emphasizes the might of nature, its sheer force and sometimes unforgiving ruthlessness of going its path, no matter what man-made structure is in the way. Sometimes the only way to avoid it is to overfly nature with a generous margin. I was wished a good morning by the cabin crew with a coffee of my choice. Black it is for me, as always. No sugar, no anything. Shortly after, my table is being set and my breakfast is on its way. Thank you. So breakfast has been served and let's see what we got here. We have a croissant with butter, some honey and jam, a yogurt I got here, a fruit plate, and the main dish, or the main part of it, is the egg and spinach with sausage and some potatoes we have here and boiled tomatoes. And let's not forget, I also got an orange juice. Am I the only one who loves the taste of a croissant dipped into a coffee? In some cultures, I believe, this is bad table manner, but it's so flaming tasty. I can't resist and I try doing it secretly. Oh, and please don't tell my French mom I dipped my croissant into the coffee, otherwise she will disinherit me. We have about 1 hour to go before landing in Bangkok Suvarnabhumi Airport. The flight I quite enjoyed. I mean, it's an Airbus A350-900, one of my favorite aircraft type, and I have flown Thai Airways quite often before, and I always had a pretty good experience with Thai Airways. So this time it was not much different. I had a comfortable seat, even if it is slightly warm, but still quite comfortable. I like the setup with the table in front of me that I can fold down, and the space was okay. The crew was also okay. I would say the seat lacks a little bit of storage space, so I had to keep many things in my bag, which I had to keep in the overhead locker. Otherwise, I quite liked the seat. The crew was also quite nice. They seemed a little bit tired, but that's understandable on this red-eye flight. When it comes to the food, I very much liked the lunch that we had, and the breakfast was a bit so-so, but maybe I chose the wrong option, not quite sure. But overall it was quite okay, so I don't want to complain about the food. I'm not very picky when it comes to that anyway. So overall I would say I keep on flying Thai Airways, as long as the fare is right, which was the case this time as well. Maybe what do I mean with if the fare is right? So I paid for this roughly 11-hour flight from Oslo to Bangkok, 1,200 Swiss francs, which is equal to $1,400 more or less. I would have to check, but I think that's what I paid, which I find is okay for a one-way fare in business class. I believe I may have a theory why I keep on booking Thai Airways more or less consciously. It's Thai Airways consistency. If I may, I would compare them to McDonald's. They don't offer top-notch dining, but they offer a consistent experience all over the world. Wherever you are, you already know what to expect, and it is something you can look forward to. You already know the reassuring feeling you will have when entering a McDonald's, or in my case, when entering a flight aboard Thai Airways. And since Thai Airways sometimes has pretty good business class deals to and from their hometown Bangkok, I do not hesitate to book this very same airline again and again. They may not play in the same league as Etihad, ANA or Qatar Airways, but with Thai Airways I know what I will get, which is consistency. Consistency of a solid product, including the service, seat and reliability. With Thai Airways I know what I spend my money on, as I do when ordering a medium Big Mac menu. Said that, let's enjoy our early morning arrival into Bangkok Suvarnabhumi Airport, concluding my 25th or so flight with Thai Airways. Welcome to Bangkok on this very humid early morning, but I'm happy to be back and I'm looking forward to fly Thai Airways pretty soon again, hopefully. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you. I hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching. Till next time, bye for now.